Everyone, it's Jen here, parent liaison with the AFCA program at Adopt for Life. And I wanted to chat with you all today from a caregiver perspective, all about restorative time. Now, in a nutshell, restorative time is time that you're going to be spending away from your child, maybe away from your home, or different things that are triggers for your own anxiety and trauma. But restorative time is actually a lot more than that, and we're going to get into that. First, I wanted to just dispel some myths. Restorative time is not what we would call self-care. So for a lot of us adoptive parents, self-care has some negative connotations. It conjures up these images of like a spa or yoga and meditation music. And that's really, although that can be part of restorative time for you as a caregiver, you may be at the point where you're just frustrated when you hear a professional or somebody else tell you, as I did, just work on some deep breathing, have a bubble bath. And I felt like, listen, I'm in deep here. Things are bad, and I can't deep breathe my way out of this. I can't bubble bath my way out of the circumstances I am in. I need a lot more help than that. So restorative time is this concept of actually doing things that are going to give you as the caregiver energy and joy. It's actually more about getting in tune with what makes you tick, what brings you joy and happiness, and doing more of it. So be honest with me here if you have this same feeling. I came to a point where I couldn't even remember. I was so much in the depths of everything I was experiencing every day and how hard it was. I couldn't even remember really who I was anymore. It was like I had lost myself. I vaguely remembered this person who used to love to go hiking or go shopping with my mom, who loved to just have special time with her friends. I remembered that person from the past, but I was not her anymore. I couldn't even find her. I couldn't even relate to what that felt like to have that kind of joy and peace feeling inside. I couldn't even remember it. That's kind of the whole point of restorative time, is finding yourself again. And in the process, you find your self-confidence again, which is going to help you parent from a place of security and confidence and not so much stress as you had been feeling. So I'm at my dining room table. I've got my notebook behind me, as you can see, and I'm really hoping that you could take a couple minutes to get something out, to write these things down if you can, and just answer 3 questions for me. The first question is, what activities bring you energy and joy? So this is going to be different for every single person. So you may be the type of person that gets a lot of joy from going to the gym or going to Tim Hortons with your friends, or perhaps seeing something out in nature, getting out of the city, going to a farm, going for a walk through a field. That's what I love to do. Everyone is different in the activities that bring them energy and joy. The second question I want you to answer is, what people, when I'm with them, make me feel restored? Okay? So we spend a lot of our day around people that take everything out of us and drain it all out. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. And so this list is all going to be people that don't drain you, that help you feel rejuvenated. So that might be a family member, a sister, your mom, your dad. That might be a certain neighbor, perhaps a coworker, someone in your faith community. So your list may be very small. There might be only a couple people on it. That's okay. That's okay. Just try to list out a few people that make you feel that way. Because restorative time isn't about necessarily going somewhere alone. It can be. Some of us are introverted and we do need that alone time, but also we need times of connectedness with others. And then the third thing I want you to list is, what are the barriers that are keeping me from those activities that I listed in number 1, or those people that I listed in number 2? Okay. Is it time? You just feel like you don't have the time. Is it finances? You feel you can't afford it. Maybe logistics. You don't have the childcare or the respite to be able to go do that. Perhaps it's actually feeling too insecure to ask somebody to spend time with you. There are many things you could list on those barriers, but what I want you to start thinking about as you list them is, what are some creative solutions to get rid of those barriers? And last, I want to talk about a pesky little thing called shame, that especially those of us who are parenting children with significant needs who aren't neurotypical, when we leave them in the care of others, we feel guilty that we're not the one caregiving. We feel shame. Sometimes our children might cause us to feel shame when they say, "You're abandoning me, you don't care about me, you don't love me," when we go to do things apart from them. So that's a really real barrier, and it's very significant. And so I just want to talk for a second about a way you could picture it so that you don't feel so much guilt and shame. And it's like, if you could picture like a balance, okay? On one side is all of the things you are doing for your child, okay? And all of the intense amounts of support you need to give them, and all of that time and emotional energy that requires, okay? That needs to be balanced on the other side with support you are receiving, with time you are spent restoring, with people around you helping you. That needs to be balanced. It's so often way more like this, okay? A lot of times, people who are raising children with significant needs are getting the least amount of support and help and restorative time and are giving the most, okay? So what we're trying to do is like bring that back into balance. And it's not selfish of you. You're not being unloving or unkind. You're not dumping on others your responsibilities. You're simply trying to balance the scale so that you can be more confident and calm as a parent, and so that you're okay, because your kid's gonna be much more okay if you're okay. So I'm really hoping that you guys can take some of this to heart in the next days and weeks and months and try to incorporate restorative time more intentionally scheduled into your life. Not once a month, not even once a week. I mean, daily restorative time. It's necessary, it's important. So I just want to wish you all the best as you endeavor to incorporate it more into your life. And I'm just really glad that you spent some time chatting with me today. Talk to you later. Bye.